Alright guys, so purpose to this video is to basically give you guys an idea of what it is that we are after. So here I am posing alone. This is the night before my first show in 2014. I was about 2 pounds over, but conditioning actually looks aight, right? You're gonna see that's not the case when I get up on stage. And then also in a sec here, you're going to see me just shirtless, just chilling, and upper body looks all right. I mean, it doesn't look like it's that big of an issue, but it really is. One thing I will, again, make note of here for you guys is that I'm about 2 pounds away from the shape I need to be in. I also didn't really carb up for this show. We just kind of did it because this was Francisco's first pro show. We were planning on doing this, and I wanted to be there with my friend. So Francisco and Nuñez, thank you very much for capturing all this footage, as it's very useful now as I'm trying to put together a good off season here. But yeah, I was very pleased with what we did accomplish during the last off season. A lot of the things that I wanted to bring up did happen, and that was nice, especially right here where I'm not exactly in the shape I need to be in, but you could still see, there was some improvements. I mean, and typically I have to wait until I'm on stage to see that, but not so much here. I was able to see these improvements poke through when I was still not in I guess true contest shape. This footage here was taken by Kenny Gonzalez, and I'm using footage from this video even though it's one of my softer looks from this year, which was last year, 2014, but because he did a really good job in capturing a lot of the footage that is going to be relevant, that's going to help me become a better bodybuilder. So thank you very much, Kenny. You're really good at what you do. I really appreciate you taking the time to get a lot of this for us. But yeah, this was the posing routine the night before. As you can see, I'm up there by myself. Obviously, it's the posing routine. But yeah, you can kind of start to see that there is some issues. Some issues with back development. I'm definitely not as lean as I need to be to compete in those big pro shows. So yeah, this is. Again, this is just me hitting my routine. Things look all right because I'm up there by myself. In a second here, you're going to see what is the big issue. So Symmetry Round. I think I do pretty well in the Symmetry Round. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have smaller joints, a smaller waist, and I've been able to put on a decent amount of muscle, so things look pretty good. So you have a decent X-frame. Now, the big issue, what really just annoys me, is going to be the lack of hamstring development. So you can kind of see it here. Lack of back width. And what really just gets to me is the fact that I look like I have basketball player arms. Now, it's definitely not fair to me that Craig, the man in purple to my right when I'm facing the front, has some of the biggest arms in natural bodybuilding. And then Rodney Hawthorne to his right, he same thing. It looks like he just blew them up with air. And you're going to see on this pose. This pose absolutely kills me. I mean, wow. So lats and arms, I think that is the biggest deficiency in my physique, especially considering where my lats do attach. I have no reason for having a back that looks like this. I think thickness is, it's pretty decent, I think, considering my age and how long I have been doing this, but it's still not where it needs to be in order to compete with the best. So yeah, here we go. So front relax, look at those arms. They look like they belong on a basketball player. That's probably the best way I can put it. So that's the main objective this offseason. It's going to be back width and arm development. So a lot of my work is going to revolve around those body parts. Definitely some hamstring. I think my quads, as you're going to see in a second here, are just a very strong body part. But, when you see quads like that, you kind of expect hamstrings to match, but that's not really the case. So what we're going to do is once you've been doing this long enough, it's really hard to bring everything up head to toe. You need to pick a few body parts, really focus on those, and then the things that just kind of grow on their own, just kind of let them be, because chances are they're going to improve anyways. So for me, I need to make room in my training and do more work for my lats, for back width, and a little bit less work when it comes to my quads, for example. I think those things are they're okay. They don't need too much volume in order to grow. So, it's funny because I love doing lower body work, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm pretty good at it. So yeah, I think quads, there's not many natural bodybuilders out there whose quads I envy. Not at all. But hamstrings, they are a big issue. Back, big issue. So I really need a good posterior chain to go with the conditioning that I know I can bring. But yeah, that's basically what's on the to-do list. Now we get to work, and I will try to get all this done before I get on stage next time, which is not going to be for a while, but time flies. So yeah, it's back to work for me, and I will update you guys with this week's training in a few days here. But here it is. This is what we don't want to look like next time.